DeLauro. Mr. Moolenaar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good morning, Secretary Vilsack. As you know, small farms are struggling to get by as labor costs skyrocket. Many farmers and growers in my district utilize the H-2A program, but the constant increases in the adverse effect wage rate are unsustainable. I'm hearing from fifth and sixth generation farmers that they may only have 1 to 2 years left before they are forced to leave the business because the costs are too high. Farmers have told me their H-2A workers are just as concerned about the cost hikes. The workers know their job will be lost if the farm goes out of business. I have legislation, the Supporting Farm Operations Act, which would pause these increases for 2 years and help prevent some American farms from shutting down. Yet as this freeze would give farmers breathing room, the AWR is set by data collected by the Farm Labor Survey at USDA. What are USDA and the National Agricultural Statistics Service doing to ensure the Farm Labor Survey is representative for each state?
We are doing what our scientists and data collectors always do, which is to try to do the very best job of collecting the most accurate information. I would say that I think a better response to all of this would be to pass the Farm Worker Modernization Act, which Representative Newhouse and others have proposed, because that would have frozen for a year and then would have created a range under which the income could
Mr. Secretary, I understand that bill, but that didn't pass. It didn't get signed into law. Well, but as the Secretary of Agriculture, how are you standing up for American farmers and telling your counterpart at the Department of Labor that her regulations are hurting American farmers?
You know, there are two parties here. In addition to the farmers, there are also the hardworking farm workers. And this is tough work. It's hard work. Part of the challenge with these wage rates is the situation where a farm worker is asked to do more than farm work, is asked to do a skilled position, a skilled job, and that's where a lot of the adjustment has taken place. So when they're asked to do more than just a farm job, a farm worker job, they're asked to do a skilled job, isn't it fair to make sure that they are adequately compensated for that job?
Absolutely.
Well, that's
unfortunately
part of the challenge.
They are overcompensated, and they're putting farms at risk. I don't think the status quo is going to work for farmers in America.
I don't know that they're overcompensated.
Well, if you talk to the farmers, the fifth and sixth generation farmers in my district, they are not going to make it as farmers.
I don't have any doubt that farmers are concerned about this, but they also need to make sure they understand that fixing the system is the way to do this. It isn't just a freeze for a year or two. That's just going to delay the inevitable. You got to fix the system.
Well, I'm asking what you're doing to stand up for those farmers right now.
Stand up for farmers every single day, sir.
Well,
every single day. Every single day.
Sir, the Department
I expand income. I work to expand exports.
Sir, please let me finish my question. The Department of Labor has mandated these cost increases every year for the last 10 years. Where are you speaking out on this, that it's a terrible mandate?
Based on the data.
Okay.
The data doesn't lie.
Your predecessor, Secretary Perdue, stated the Farm Labor Survey was not designed to be used as a source of wage rates for the H-2A program. Do you agree with him?
I think it is an accurate and an appropriate vehicle to be used. Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't you want the farm labor costs to be calculated and included in that?
Well, I think the point is $18.50 an hour in Michigan, plus housing, plus transportation. Our farmers cannot afford that. And you are standing by idly while the Department of Labor Secretary is continuing to raise the costs on American farmers who are not going to be able to make it. And those jobs are either going to go to other countries or automation, and our farms are going to be out of business. So, Mr. Secretary, I would ask you to stand up for American farmers, and you're the only one in the administration that can do it, and if you aren't going to do it, no one else is.
I stand up for farmers every single day, sir.
Not on this issue.
Well, I stand up for them, and I also stand up for farm workers who are an extraordinarily important part of the farm economy.
So,
Because
Mr.
without them-
Secretary, if I go back to my constituents, the message to them is the status quo is okay and just get used to it.
No, the message is, the data is what it is. We're working to expand opportunities and income for you so that at the end of the day, both you and the farm workers can prosper.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.